So back again, let's go through and finish it off. Now these windows here are probably the ones that I'm going to use. You can use these ones here. Like I said before, trying to make them any wider, we can't stretch them. So if you want to stretch them, you need to select it. I'll just move up a way to start off with. So let's move it up 500. So at the moment, if I try to stretch, it won't let me, it moves the whole thing. If I select it, click this explode button here, I can then go stretch, and then I can do it. So what explode does is takes it from being one block to being individual lines. Okay, so after that you can regroup it. Alright. And then you can stretch it. So it's up to you, whichever you want to do. I'm not going to use these ones. I'm going to use these ones. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's just preference. So group. So now acts as one complete block. With doors and windows. So this one here is 610. Okay. What we're looking for all of our windows is we need to go to steg bar. Alright, these give us standard sizes of sliding doors and all of our windows. So scroll through, and here we have our sliding doors. So obviously the width and the height. So looking at the blue is the frame size with all materials, and obviously you can read these. So for a 610 sliding window, alright, so 610 wide, I only have the option to go 600 deep or 772 down or in height. Obviously the wider they get, the deeper they go. Double hung windows is just different kind of windows. Awning windows, whatever. You can have a read through this. Then the real ones that we're going to be using will be awning windows and these sliding windows. Alright. Very rarely, well, not very rarely, I don't think I've ever really used these ones. Fixed windows we use for highlight windows or for feature windows. Keep going down and we can get our sliding doors and our bifold doors and everything else. So have a read through this. This is where we get our measurements from, so just be aware of that. Okay, let's go back to CAD. Now let's do our windows. This is a 610 window. This is in the main living, or the main master bedroom. So what I want to do is, remember, our windows have to be 10% of our area. So let's have a look here. Just drawing a rectangle in. Utilities, measure, area. I want to pick an object, so down on the keyboard, object. I want to measure this area. Alright. So obviously in millimeters, so take off 3, take off another 3. Alright, so 13.2 meters. Now, which means my window, any windows I put here have to be at least 1.3 meters. Okay. So if I look here for a calculator, if I can spell. So say if I have a, it's a master bedroom, so let's put a bigger window in, so 1.2 by say 1.5. Gives me 1.8, so that will work. Alright, so now let's have a look at steg bar. Have a look for our sliding windows. Alright, so 1210 wide, and I can go 1540 in height. Cool. So 1210 wide means I have to stretch this window another 600. Alright. can delete that rectangle I've just drawn for that area. And now I want to place this window somewhere. So let's move to the corner. The reason why I move it from this edge here is when we do the measurement, we're going to measure from this corner. So it just makes it easier to get that nice round number. So let's move it back across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out that's, 2400. So let's move it across 1200. Alright, you can center it to the room, which I don't think I've just done. So 960, this is going to be much bigger. Okay, so now we can work out the difference to put it in the middle. We can either subtract 960 from 1230 and divide it by 2 and then move it that distance, or, and the easier way to do it is draw a single line here, select, move from this midpoint and find the midpoint of that line, delete, and now that's now centered to the room. Okay, from there, trim, select what we're trimming to, enter, and I'm trimming this line, that line, and trimming these two, enter. Cool, so now I have a window here. Alright, let's go through and put windows everywhere else. I know over my toilet, where any of our water closets are, we use a 610 window, so 0606. So stretch this one back by 600, move, let's move to here. Now let's move it across. I want it to sit, somewhere in here, so maybe 950. Cool. Actually, I might move that across another 50. Make it 1000. Cool. The reason why this is here is for ventilation. Alright, so they can just open the window and ventilate the room. So trim again, trimming that one, these two. Cool. So I have another window here. Alright, now I'm going to copy this because all of our rooms, these rooms here, it will be adequate to use this window. So copy, let's just move it here. Same thing, to center that into the room. Just draw a line. This is the lazy way to do it. You can just use the calculator. It's completely up to you. So from here to here. Trim. So that line, these two, and copy from here to here because they're the same size room. Trim again. Cool. Let's put one back here as well. Copy from this midpoint to this midpoint, if I can find it. Where is it? There. Delete the line I've just drawn. And keep cutting. Alright, so I need another window here. So I'm going to take this one, copy. And what you're going to find is once we've done, finished one house, we're just going to take parts from there. Alright, so once you've done one drawing, your second one gets easier, then they keep getting easier as you go. Trim to here. Right, where else? This one here. I'm not going to put a window in here. I'm going to say this is just a storage or a walk-in pantry. I will need one for the kitchen. So let's put a big one in the kitchen. Let's really light that room up a little bit. Let's come back to the steg bar. What have we got? 1570 by 1200. It's a bit wider. 15 by 15. That will work. So 1570. So at the moment this is 1210. Go away. So let's copy that up. Yeah, so I want it to sit somewhere in here. Let's go 4500. So stretch to get this window here to be 1570. 1210, or 1570 take 1210 is 360. Let's check it. Cool, 1570. Trim to here. Enter. Cool. Now you can, if you want, put windows in here. I'm not going to worry about it for now. Just being an example, this will be okay. I will put a couple here though, because when we do the elevations, I have a nice front. So let's move here, say 3500. Going to stretch this again. I'm going to make these a bit smaller now. I'm going to use awning windows by the front. So 600. Sorry, to explain the windows I'm going to use at the front, they're going to be these ones. Alright, so I'll probably use a 610 by 1800 at the front there, but I'll use two of them. Now that's probably all gibberish, but it will make sense. Actually, let's move it, say 800. That will make sense when I do the elevations for this house, how these windows look and why they're there. Okay. So part of putting a house together is trying to understand what's happening when you walk in. So visualizing the house as you go into it. Okay. So quite often you walk into a house, you want to have a nice big entrance. Okay, here we have a very stupid big entrance. The house I'll give you on Thursday, I'll explain a bit better. But usually when I walk in, have a nice entrance that you walk into, so a bit bigger. Then it can narrow down to a hallway. Alright, and then it can open up to the back. So open up for your open kitchen and living and dining. And usually your rooms are on one side. Okay, these, let's trim the door. So trim. So trimming here. So cutting this one, that one, and these two. Oh, sorry, and in here. Enter. Alright, so that's our doors done. Let's hatch our bathrooms. So hatch. Let's pick a point because I'm lazy and I don't want to draw a polyline. So in here, 50, let's go 500, sorry. Cool. In this door as well. In here and in here. Escape. Match properties. Come back over. Have the hatch sitting over here. So this is for our tiles. Here. Come back to here and come back to here. Okay. Now let's have a look here. Here is 500. What I might do is make this the laundry. So let's move this down a little bit. So move this down 50. Just to see if I can fit a bench in here, which I hope I can. So no, I need a bit more room. So this here to be a laundry, what I need is 1500. If it becomes a wet area, the door changes. Alright, because it's now a wet area, it's a 720 door. So copy from here. It's way in there. Now back onto furniture. Where are we? F. I can draw this again with grey. So from here to here. Move 600. So this here will be the bench top. Okay. So what happens is for laundries, you walk into your laundry, you're gonna have your bench top with your washing machine and dryer you can mount to the wall. So you have to allow that 600. So 600 for our kitchen bench, 600 for our laundry. Mirror about here. Sorry, copy this one to here. Alright, so this will work for our laundry. Now I have to hatch. Obviously I'm going to have tiles in there. Alright, our laundry will have tiles on it. So let's hatch in here, and in here. Match properties from here to here. Alright, so that's our wet areas done, our windows are in. Let's come through and do my favorite part, which is trimming everything. So trim, enter, and now we get to go nuts. So now I get to have fun and just tidy up all of these studs. Alright, this is the most therapeutic part. I'm gonna leave that line there. Alright, so trimming everything where, I mean, there's no wall where our door is, the wall sits above it, so we trim. Start to continue. Alright, I'll show you how to do these tiles and stuff after, because the tiles, I mean, if you look at this, what happens is when the door is shut, your tiles sit by the door. You don't just open the door and there's a gap. Your tiles go the whole way to the edge. So we have to take that into account. So just trimming everything at the moment. actually what I might do is, so nobody gets very bored just sitting here watching me trim everything, I will pause this recording. I'll continue to tidy everything up, and then we'll come back in the hopefully the last video for today, and I'll show you just the last couple of things. All right, so I'll see you guys in a sec.